And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Or intercept and fumble.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability.
They caught that
running. They have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And it's off the mark, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 53 yards. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers.
Running into the kicker.
Fly route,
defense.
Go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So Manning to Beckham, and this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more. And
that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Roger Lewis, 61 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Rosas now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. And they got it here with a first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon.
Play
Not
with
dropping
us.
into coverage. He comes on the
Bye.
blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Olivier Vernon in there again to drop him for the second straight play, and it'll be 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On play action. Now Manning.
How is he running?
Get there for the sack. Jack Crawford.
Fat piece
Able
of
to slop
blob.
him from that defensive tackle spot for a
Bad
loss of
Shepherd.
5.
Bad.
I
I
know
got
there'll be a little
Shepherd.
bit of criticism
Not
there
big
because
one.
they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a
This
play
one.
that you make. You feel like you got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Wow.
Now a deep ball there on
Glitch.
2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Bad.
Losing
Bad.
4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How's he
Well, as
running?
an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
That's
Went
so
the wrong
bad.
direction. And this doesn't end
Sorry.
well at
Now
all
I-
as they stop it
That's so
far behind the
freaking
line
bad.
of the
I'm
game.
about to pop all
Well,
of
that, my
y'all.
friend, I guess is the definition of a
Yeah,
head scratcher.
yeah,
4th and
pop
long,
it
this
real
stage of
bad.
the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now is it,
Yeah,
because
he was
it's still
scared.
time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look,
Scared.
I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. On 2nd down, Freeman.
That
Tackle
was
made that
so
time by
easy.
Dalvin Tomlinson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this is going to be
Scared.
incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down.
I
Throw a
was
fastball.
I
When
did,
that
boy.
wasn't
Got me
necessary,
messed up.
incomplete pass.
So you may
What
gotta
are these
cut it off.
quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be
Shepherd.
disappointed with that effort.
You gone.
They go play action here on first
You
down.
gone. You gone.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And
Let's
down he
go.
goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a
Yeah,
nice
point
gain
to
of
each
21
other.
yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. This will be caught at about the 5.
They can't
And
get
the
him
stop will come
down.
inside the 5 at the
They
4.
can't get him
He'll get
down.
only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Manning.
Shepard. Money. What? Come on.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and 4.
Okay, we
Needs some
got
help
this.
with
We
this
got this.
one.
We got this.
How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss because that run out to the catch, off he goes.
And into the end zone. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be
through an opening, and there he goes.
I got some for
all
that.
the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that
Freaking
time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu,
they come like
34
that.
yards.
They come
and the
like
Falcons
that.
have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave
coming
much
like
time on the
that.
clock either. Well done. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded about a yard deep.
I'm gone, buddy. I'm gone, buddy. Catch me later. Catch me later. Come on, coach.
Just about every
Damn,
special
bro.
teams meeting,
Cheating.
there's a discussion
He's
with
on
the
their
corner
freaking
about his
side.
importance. Why? He can
We're
flip the
cheating,
field for your
coach.
team defensively. Move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense.
Come on,
In this
why
case,
not
though,
do that all the
field
time?
position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted,
Go
but it
out.
winds up falling incomplete. Manning will try again on 2nd down. And
Go
complete
out.
here.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Manning.
Money.
It's caught. Shepard. A gain of 32 that time.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got